Hello everybody, you ready to cook with me? So today we're going to make green beans, Greek style, with chicken. Now the chicken is optional here, but you do need your protein. So we're going to cook it all together. It's a very easy dish and it only takes one pan, so anyone can do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some olive oil, cooking olive oil, the different kinds of olive oils. So when you cook, you need the cooking type of olive oil. I think in the States, you usually use the light one for cooking. So, but here it will say, we have the different olive oils. It will say cooking olive oil or olive oil for salads. So this is a cooking olive oil. I'll pour some into my pan. I am going to turn the stove on into medium low. Okay, I do have an electric stove. That's what we usually have here. We don't have, very few homes have the gas stoves. Okay, let the oil heat, and we're going to add the onions. I chopped up one medium onion. And also we're going to add the chicken, which I got one package of boneless chicken, and I cut it in cubes. So I'm going to use that and saute really well. And then we're going to add the rest of the stuff. Okay, let it heat. Let me get my green beans. I'm not going to use the whole bag, but I do use frozen beans. You can use fresh ones if you like. They take longer to cook. And I prefer the thin asparagus asparagus beans. So I'm probably going to use half of this bag. And let's set it aside. Do one thing at a time. And our oil is heating up. And again, this is a very easy dish to make, and a lot of the families, they eat it as a meal. Now, the adding chicken is my recipe because we do need the protein. So we have to add some type of meat. Now, the Greeks do eat this dish with feta cheese, so it does have protein, but I don't think it has enough protein for the people who are working out. So, it tastes delicious. And we do have our chicken. We're going to use potatoes, parsley, onions, and I grated one large tomato on my food processor. I blended, so I just use one large tomato. And I'm going to add a little bit of water and just let it cook. It takes about 45 minutes to cook, and depends of, the beans that we have here, they took like longer to cook. In the States, that I noticed when I was in the States, they didn't take as long to cook as they did here. So you just have to taste it, and plus you have to make sure that your potatoes are cooked all the way. So let me try to see if my oil is heated. Yes, it is. And again, I did add one medium. I usually use purple onions. Let's get it. And add the chicken and saute for a little bit. Turn down your heat to medium-low. Keep stirring. Let's move this dish. It's almost there. So we have one package of boneless chicken. I cut it, usually I use scissors to do that. I cut them in cubes, and I sauteed with one medium onion. I chopped it up really well. You can do that in the food processor. That's what I use. It comes very handy. And after this, just let the chicken brown a little bit. I'm going to add the rest of my ingredients. And I did cut 2 large potatoes in cubes. Now they're soaking in water because you don't want your potatoes to get brown. We don't add the potatoes right away, so let's this saute a little while longer. The onions makes smell delicious. And we're going to go from there. Let me open the bag. The green beans. It's almost there. We don't need the oil anymore. Put it away. It takes about 45 minutes to cook, but again, you have to taste the food to see. It might take longer, it might take less. So it all depends on your stove. And the green beans here take longer to cook. They're not pre-cooked, so you have to cook the beans. And also make sure you don't overcook the beans. You don't want them to turn like a mashed potato, no, but it takes all the vitamins away. Okay, I'm going to drain the water from the potatoes. Add the potatoes. Stir it. Saute the potatoes a little bit. And these are the recipes that I grew up with, and they passed down from generation to generation. So first it was my grandma, then my mom and me, and my children, they're not that interested in cooking, so it's the latest generation, which is not the same. But be careful of what you eat. Do not eat processed food and everything prepared all the time. I mean, you need that fresh home cooking. the fresh foods, you need to taste the food. So you don't want to taste chemicals, just real food. And as we age, we really need the protein, the high protein, but quality protein, not anything. So no fast food protein. Okay, let's stir it a little more. I'm going to add the tomato sauce, the parsley, salt and pepper, and then at the end I'm going to add the beans. So, fresh garlic, if you have 4 to 5 cloves of garlic, or garlic powder, whatever you prefer. So now let's add the tomato sauce, 1 big tomato, and you blend it in your food processor. Parsley, I usually use about 1/3 of the parsley you get at the store, the parsley stick, or I don't know, you get a lot more in the States what we get here. So yours is pretty big, but ours, it's only half your size. Salt and pepper of how much you wish. This is sea salt, so it's not as strong. And that's the only salt we have here. Pepper. Garlic. If you use garlic powder, just a handful. Okay. Wash my hands. Now, it's optional here, but some people here do use chicken or beef bouillon. Since we're making chicken, I'm going to use 1 cube of chicken bouillon. Let me get it. Just 1 small cube. It makes things taste delicious. Now, add my green beans. I'm going to use half of the bag. It's a pretty bag, really big bag. It's still frozen, so it will take, we have to wait before we stir it really well. Okay, put this away. And I'm cup of water. Not a lot. Make sure you don't add a lot of water because water is going to come out from the green beans. And you don't want to make it soup, so you want to make it as a casserole dish. So let's call it green bean casserole. Simmering. Now I'm going to turn my heat up so I can bring it into a boil, and then I'm going to turn it down to medium-low. Cover it halfway. Throw this away. And put everything away. Okay, so we're waiting now to bring it into a boil, and then I'm going to pause it and see the end result. So it would take about 45 minutes. It might take a little less or it might take a little more. Just make sure that you check it once in a while and taste the food. So if you don't want the green beans to be mushy, you want them cooked, but not cooked to the way, so much that it takes all the vitamins away. But the potatoes have to be cooked all the way. So, it's really good. Also, I forgot to add, you do need to add about a tablespoon of sugar to take the acid away from the tomato. So I'm going to do that. A full tablespoon. And stir it. Turn the exhaust fan on. Keep forgetting that. So if you like this recipe, just please subscribe and press the like button and check out my playlist. I have all kinds of different recipes, high protein and mostly Greek style recipes. And also check out my exercise programs, the playlist of my exercise programs. So we're waiting a little bit longer here to boil, and then I'm going to turn it down to medium-low, and I will be coming back and forth to check on it, so make sure you don't burn it. So it needs a little more water, but make sure that it's not like soup. It doesn't have so much water that it will take a long time to absorb it. So it's going to be a beautiful day here at the island again, so I'll make sure that I'm making our food before my husband and I will go down to the port for cappuccinos. And again, the biggest meal of the day here is lunch, and dinner is just something simple. So that's why we cook so early, because we eat usually lunch around 2 o'clock. That's the normal time. I eat at 1, but the normal time for lunch here is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And of course, I eat something light for dinner. We can be the Greek yogurt with strawberries, any kind of fruit. And it can be cottage cheese, anything that it is high on protein, but it's not heavy. So I eat earlier than a normal Greek. The Greeks do eat late. Dinner time is usually at 9 o'clock at night, but they don't go to bed too late. So it's very rare that you see a Greek go to bed before midnight, even if they have to get up to go to work in the morning. Now, if they do have to get up very early, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, then they will go to bed a little earlier, like maybe 10 or 11. So, but still, it's not in the culture to go to bed early like you guys do in the States. And sometimes, actually, dinner is not till 10 o'clock at night. Depends of the household. And in my home, I remember it was around 10 o'clock. So, okay, now it came to a boil. I'm going to turn it down. And let it cook. So I'm going to pause it, and we'll see the end results.